Joining me to take a further look at the Senate's decision today and other issues surrounding the borrowing plan of the federal government is a council member of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Dr. Ikenna Wosu. Welcome to the News at 10.
Thank you very much, Amarachi.
Well, the president is asking for $29.9 billion, and the Senate has today denied him of that. What do you make of what happened?
Well, Amarachi, I come from the organized private sector. And the organized private sector, we are very empirical. We speak with facts. We're not politicians. And we speak from the head, not from the heart. Now, the 2016 Appropriation Act, because the President has assented to it as an act, clearly was passed by the National Assembly and assented to the President on the basis that the deficit in the budget, the 6 trillion budget, the deficit of 2.2 trillion will be financed from internal and external borrowing. So he has that overall approval. The figure is 2.2 trillion. You're asking for $29.96 billion. That's approximately between 10 to 12 trillion naira, depending on the exchange rate you use. Well, your deficit is 2.2. That's for 2016 budget. We haven't done the 2017 budget. We haven't done the 2018 budget. We know you have a medium-term economic framework, the MTEF, which the Federal Executive Council has approved. But if you're taking 12 trillion naira, let me use the upper end of the exchange rate, and the budget is saying 2.2 as a deficit, the figures don't match. So for the layman on the street, it just doesn't make sense. Now, but when you announce that it's for 2016 to 2018, okay, we'll begin to look at it. But then the layman will ask, why are you moving forward when we are still talking of this fiscal year? Now, something that also worries us in the private sector, the sloppiness of the presidency in making vital presentations to the National Assembly. You see also what happened with the national budget and the issue of so many different versions of the budget.
I don't want us to,
Now you go to the same issue of this. The reason the Senate rejected it, that rejection is actually technical. The details of the request were not attached. How much exactly between dollar and naira, the tenor, the rates, the specific projects broken into specifics, not the general infrastructure for agriculture, power, blah, blah, blah.
If I'm hearing you correctly, you're saying, first of all, the timing is wrong because we haven't, even begun implementing the 2016 budget. And then you're also saying the amount of money being requested is way too much.
Beyond what is the deficit in the 2016 budget.
Yes.
Even though the current letter says it's for 2016, 2017, 2018. So the elementary understanding is that you should have attached the details. So you didn't attach the details. What the Senate, and people need to understand this right, what the Senate has done is, yes, we've rejected it because there are no details. And the Senate majority leader said, he wished he had marketed the matter first to his colleagues and that the details were attached. What it means is that it will be represented. The presidency has reacted. We shall attach, we are not disputing, we shall engage, we shall represent it. So Nigerians should expect it to be represented with the details. So, pending when the representation is done, and even when it's done, you now go to the critical issue. Is it justified to take that loan? That's the key question Nigerians are asking.
And that throws us further into debt.
Thank you. It took Dr. Okonjo-Iweala's extreme measures, and President Obasanjo then, his connections worldwide with that of Mr. Okonjo-Iweala, to get Nigeria debt forgiveness, both from the Paris Club of Creditors and others. Now, you want to take us into this level of debt. And the question is it sustainable? The DG of the Debt Management Office, in his debt sustainability analysis, is saying that yes, it's sustainable. But what I will say again is that the government needs to put more information out to the public, not just the National Assembly.
Yeah.
What we're expecting to see, even now that is with the National Assembly, is to put out, there should be a press conference by the Minister of Finance, with our debt management office DG, and other relevant people whom the Senior Special Assistant to the President on National Assembly Matters says they are working on the details, which they're going to attack. All these people are working on the details. Now, if you look at it, you ask, the question that will be asked when Parliament debates it, is there no alternative to the debt? You have the BOOT program, you're saying infrastructure basically. Is there no alternative to it so that the private sector could finance it? Secondly, a lot of people are losing track of the fact that the President's letter mentioned two things. Yeah, the debt and the environment. So we shouldn't lose track of the environment of 180 billion just because the debt is rejected. So
much to talk about tonight, Dr. Kenawo. So yes. I understand where you're coming from with all of this. You sound very passionate about the topic tonight. Thank you so much for coming on the News at 10.
You're welcome. Thank you very much.